Hello, Internet. Welcome back to the Weirdo Watchlist Podcast, the podcast that's slightly off. I am your host, Mikey, and that is your host, Sam. We are two dudes who are going through the Weirdo Watchlist on Letterboxd each episode and watching and discussing whatever movie is selected at random. The Weirdo Watchlist was created by Tyler, and, for every time I get the intro pretty solidly down, every time we start, I fucking do something different. Haven't figured it out yet. What is it, like 10 episodes in?
Yeah, whatever.
So
We're gonna land on something so good eventually.
yeah,
It's gonna be like butter.
butter.
Uh-huh.
Sam's back recording on his phone because we're terrible with scheduling a recording. We were fixing up with a mic for his phone, but the
Yeah,
microphone wouldn't let him hear stuff since it would just plug into his phone. So
it's crazy not having internet. Like obviously I have my phone, so I do have internet. But
yeah,
like how much you use home internet, it's crazy. So don't take it for granted, folks. Keep paying your bill. I have got rid of it for 12 months. Back in April, I'm back full force.
living off the grid.
Yeah, basically. Um. Anyway, yeah, movies.
Movies.
I wanted to talk about a couple things, but
Yeah.
one of which we barely, briefly, in a very short conversation we had earlier this week, talked about Godzilla,
Yes.
um, and how freaking huge this movie is becoming. You saw
Yeah.
it, right?
I did.
Godzilla
Yes.
minus one.
I did see it. Yes. It was really, really, really good. The hype is definitely worth it. And yeah, it is kind of actually like fucking nuts how well this movie is doing. It just
Seriously, yeah.
like it was supposed to have like 1 week in U.S. theaters as per most international movies, unless like it's like distributed through like Neon or something. But it just keeps getting its theater time extended and expanded upon. I think it's in like more theaters than ever. It's made like more. It's like I think the highest grossing Japanese movie in America.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, it's fucking killing it in terms of
Oh,
like
yeah.
an international release.
Fuck yeah. Um, did you see it with in English or in Japanese?
Japanese. I don't think there's an English dub playing in theaters.
There is at AMC,
Oh,
I
okay.
think.
I
I'm
didn't.
pretty.
I didn't see it in AMC.
Maybe I'm mixing up The Boy and the Heron
You
because that was
probably,
also on there.
yeah, you
I
probably are.
probably am,
Yeah.
which I also want to see very badly, but again, no, haven't. Um, have you seen that one, Boy and the Heron?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh man, I gotta catch up.
dude.
School's kicking my ass. If that's what people, want to know why I'm not watching so many movies. I'm watching things on my DVD player only,
That's right. You also
pretty
can't
much.
rent movies either, so you're
Yeah,
you're
like
left to the bowels of what's left of physical media.
yeah, I don't even have unlimited data on my phone, so I can't like stream movies every night,
Ugh,
I watch a lot of VHS. I like to rewatch things. I've been rewatching like Hellraiser.
ooh,
I'm about halfway through Hellraiser 2 right now, which I've never seen before, so that's kind of cool.
yeah,
But uh but yeah, it's definitely I miss the normalcy of not being in school and then going to movies because I seriously haven't been to a theater in since the last time we've talked. I haven't been to one. Um, which is not like me. That is
yeah.
not like me.
Um,
Am I even a weirdo watch list anymore?
I mean, most of the shit we have to watch is like on YouTube. We've had like two, three movies you
Thank
can
God,
watch on
yeah.
YouTube. So
Oh yeah, and we'll get to that.
yeah,
We'll have a few things to talk
yeah,
about with that one.
yeah, dude. I'm excited.
Yeah,
But
okay, cool.
anyway, yeah, Godzilla minus one. Bringing it back around on topic.
Hmm.
I thought it was pretty fucking excellent. Definitely one of the top movies of the year. It's not my top, like some other people are saying, but I think it definitely is a contender for one of the year's best.
Really?
I still got like quite a few I need to fill out, especially on the international side, but um, yeah, no, it's some of the best like actual like human centered Godzilla stuff I've seen. I haven't seen the original
Yeah.
Godzilla. I haven't seen any of them outside this one, Shin Godzilla, and the Legacy Monsterverse. I've got the Criterion box set in camera view, so people can make fun of me for not watching it, but it's a fucking cool box set. I mean,
Wait, have you seen the 2000 one, the American one?
the one with Matthew Broderick?
Yes.
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay.
I
Well,
mean,
now be interesting for you to see like one of the. I think it's terrible. I mean,
most
but
people do, yeah.
it's a relic of its time for real, big time. Like it's the most early 2000s big budget. Like they don't give a shit about the IP you've ever seen,
Yeah.
and like that's kind of a fun time trip in itself.
Yeah, no, for Godzilla fans, it's like I think they call it like I think they just call him Zilla because there's no god in it, and it's just like in name only. That's what like the Godzilla super fans are calling it, and I think from like Godzilla movie standpoint, it's terrible, and from just a normal movie standard, it's terrible.
Yeah.
Like nobody regards that movie in any high standard unless you like suck off like Roland Emmerich. But he's got better movies you can like suck off to.
Movies to suck off to.
Specifically,
a new list.
Yeah, Independence Day, not Independence Day 2. What?
Never. That's oh wait, the remake you mean?
Independence Day 2.
Or was it? When did that come out?
Like 2015, 2016.
Wow.
I think it had a Hemsworth in it. I think like Liam Hemsworth might have been in.
What a fucking. There's like a forgotten failures something about that because that like was a blip in my mind. I forgot that existed.
Yeah, no, everybody did.
Was it just called Independence Day?
It was Independence Day 2 Resurgence.
Oh, that's so cringy.
Yeah, and the movie ends with one of those like I think it was like popular around like 2015 where it's just like every big budget 90s action movie sequels like we're taking the fight to them. That movie ended that way. Pacific Rim 2 ended that way. There might have been a few others, but yeah, nobody saw it. I haven't seen it.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, Godzilla -1 ringing it back around again.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of the best human characters I've seen in any of the Godzilla movies I've seen.
Yeah.
They really like hammer it in too, with like the emotion you start to feel with like this like sort of like makeshift family that is introduced that like that we follow throughout. And it is genuinely like the best written human characters I've seen, and most people have seen out of any Godzilla movie. It's not of the ones I've seen. It's not my favorite. I think Shin Godzilla is better because it is.
Remind me which one that is.
That one's from like 2016. The guy who made Neon Genesis Evangelion made it, and he really put like a stank, like a god incarnate stank on it.
Really? Okay.
Like really just big, awe-inspiring monster that you're just like less like terrified of, but also just like beholding in front of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and its atomic breath scene in that movie is, I think, one of the most fantastic fucking things I've ever seen.
Shit.
It's honestly jaw-dropping, no matter how you watch it.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, no, I highly fucking recommend it. If anybody liked Godzilla -1, go fucking watch Shin Godzilla, because you might have trouble picking a favorite out of the two.
Damn, okay.
Yeah, my coworker describes Shin Godzilla as being like, they put Godzilla in the Social Network. Just because it's also like a huge commentary on like how like the Japanese government fucked up the Fukushima disaster in like the 2011 earthquake. There's a lot of commentary on that, and just like the bureaucracy that goes around like a natural disaster when lives are fucking on the line.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. It's really fucking great, yeah. A lot of dudes run into board meetings to try and figure out what to do while Godzilla is in the next town over, just wrecking shit.
They're running, and it's like all actiony, but they're just late for a
They're
meeting.
speed walking to a meeting while all this is going down, and they do it several times in the movie.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, it's fucking fantastic.
Oh, cool. I'll have to watch that.
Yeah, no, again, it's great.
I
Highly
mean, there's
recommend.
like a shit ton of Godzilla movies, like technically, right? I mean, there's
Oh yeah, no, there's a lot of them.
40, 50 something. I thought maybe more.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how many are in the Criterion set. I think it's a good like
Oh,
20 of them alone, and that's only from like
Jesus.
57 to 75, like
Are you gonna watch
1957.
them all? I don't think
I'd
I could.
I'd like to, just because again I fucking have them, so they're just
Yeah.
sitting pretty until then. But
I have this dream of mine. I don't know if we're gonna get off of Godzilla now,
I think we
or
can.
we're gonna have to because you're gonna have to re come back.
Yeah.
Um, but I have this like dream of having like a big either projector or TV um, running at all times in my house with like a soft volume, and it's just constantly playing whatever I say on loop. So not whatever I say, but like
Yeah.
whatever I pick. So like all of Gravity Falls, I put that on loop, and it's just constantly in the bathroom as a nightlight, just kind of on, right? And I would love to be able to do that and like take the concept of like I just want all 20 Godzilla movies to just be playing at all times when I walk through this little hallway in my house. So when I walk by, I can be like, oh, okay, shit, look at that part. And you don't even know what movie it is. It's something you haven't even seen. You're like, cool.
See, what's gonna
That's what
happen is you're
yeah,
gonna have Gravity Falls playing, and you're just gonna stop in the hallway, stand there, and
right.
not do anything. You're just gonna be watching Gravity Falls at that point, because I know that's what would happen to me if
That's
I had a
true.
setup like that, or if like Mission
Imagine,
Impossible was playing, like any of
oh,
those movies. Like
yeah.
I just like stop what I'm doing, stand there, like dad stancing it up, just arms
Well,
at the
yeah, it'd be
hips.
so cool. It'd be so cool to have in the bathroom because A, like, sometimes you just kind of get stuck in there for a little bit. So, like, why not? But, like, also, you have to go there every several hours. So, like, okay, what part of the franchise are we in now? I'm watching all the Harry Potters in the bathroom over the holidays, let's say. Which one am I going to walk into now? That's interesting. That's fun. And then you get to see, oh, that was an interesting scene. I forgot about that. Or that's something I don't even remember. Something I want in my life. I just haven't pulled the trigger on it.
I mean, yeah, it's gonna be expensive to have like a projector running the whole time. Got to worry about like light bulb hours.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing like a much smaller like rendition with like a Raspberry Pi possibly and like some like small like tablet size, in front of my toilet, just playing the show Mickey Mouse from 2015. I think it's still going. Have you seen that one? The animated
uh,
one?
I've seen plenty of clips from it. It looks nuts.
Oh my God, it's funny. It doesn't start out that funny. I started watching it with like an actual child because she liked Mickey Mouse a lot. And my God, it became like my favorite show. It's so fucking funny. Have that running in the bathroom all the time. That's all I'm saying. Or
Interesting.
better yet, the Weirdo Watch List. All of them just at random.
That'd be the most insane way to watch. Just the most insane playlist because you get normal movies, right? You get a normal movie, a normal unassuming movie like fucking. I'm looking at the watch list right now, just going through like Steven Soderbergh's Unsane, right? Fairly normal. Maybe
Yeah.
Mandy, that's a stretch. The Flatliners remake, or then you go to like the Green Knight, and then you get to shit like fucking Ogroff or Valley of the Gods or a fucking Neil Breen movie, just completely at random.
Yeah. That'd be so fun. It's like roulette. You don't know what you're walking into. You're like, what the fuck? And then it would pique your interest, and then I bet you'd watch more of the movies.
Yeah, like oh what the fuck's going on here? Oh, it's Possum. Dude, I
I'll
really want to get to Possum because I watched that recently for like a film
watch it
club.
just for funsies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was like a film club pick. And enemy of the show, he's probably listening right now because he got mad that I call him enemy of the show.
Nice.
But enemy of the show, Austin, fucking hates it, and he hasn't shut up about how bad of a movie it is. When the other 5 of us said it was like to some degree enjoyable.
Really?
Yeah. It's an
What was the other one that he didn't like? That oh yeah, Napoleon.
Napoleon, he gave me a lot of shit about. He still gives me
Yeah,
shit about.
he was excited that I didn't like it. We kind of bonded over not liking Napoleon a little bit together.
Yeah.
Love that guy. Love the enemy of the show.
He still hasn't let me forget about how much he fucking hates Oppenheimer, and I had to tell him like, listen, man, I get it. You don't like the movie. You don't have to bring it up when I'm trying to talk about a different movie. I'm trying to talk about Kung Fu Panda 2 right now, and you're talking about Oppenheimer still.
Great movie.
I watched that at work today. It was good.
Nice.
Yeah.
I have the trilogy on DVD, so maybe I think it's sitting on my TV right now. So my
Not
old tube TV.
Kung Fu Panda 2 or any of those, not in the Weirdo Watch List.
Damn.
So maybe when Kung Fu Panda 4 comes out, we'll just talk about the whole franchise.
Yeah, really good movies. Really good movies.
Good movies.
Oppenheimer though.
That's a good movie. Listen. I've done a fucking year's worth of arguing about if that movie's good or not. So
Yeah, I liked it. I really did like it. I just don't really see myself wanting to rewatch it. That's all right. It's long.
yeah, good fucking movie though.
Have you seen the movie Long Day's Journey into Night?
I haven't. No.
So that's coming to the Trilon February, and that's what I would recommend going to. I kind of want to go see it. I've seen it, so it's like I feel like it's kind of a slog of a movie, to be real, but it's interesting enough that I would like to go see it in theaters. So keep that on your radar. It's kind of weird. The last segment of the movie is like 45 minutes long, one shot.
That's
tracking
right.
shot.
Yeah.
Insane. Yeah, I might have mentioned it at the Trilon.
Yeah, when we saw Junkhead with my girlfriend, you two started talking about it a little bit.
Did we talk about Junkhead?
We didn't. No, we were gonna do a whole special episode to talk about Junkhead, but we didn't.
Did we not talk about it on the last episode?
What the fuck was the last episode? What would have that been? Because I think that would have been a while ago at this point. I think.
I know.
Cause I know.
Seriously, school has made my brain just so smooth.
Last episode was 2 weeks ago. I think that was the suture episode. So we might not have. I think I pushed forward the idea of doing a Junkhead special episode.
Quick synopsis. It was great. I liked it quite a bit. I
had fun with it.
Yeah, it was fun. I liked a lot of the characters. There's so many little characters. Kind of like the movie Labyrinth with David Bowie. How there's all those little characters that you're running into along the way. This movie felt like that, at least in that aspect. I really like that. But yeah, it's cool. Cool. It was fun. We hung out. We hung out in real life. Watched the Weirdo Watch List. It's not probably on the watch list, but
it's not on the watch list. No.
An interesting ass movie, nonetheless.
A lot of fun little weird guys showing up in the movie. If you're a big fan of that.
Yeah.
Stop motion animation is also pretty great.
Honestly, I'm really surprised by the camera movements.
Yeah.
I've never really. I guess I have seen it, but not done that extensively. Like how often a tracking shot would move with the action, because that's fucking hard to do. I mean, it looks hard to do.
Yeah, and it's all well blocked and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And even the slapstick, humor of it all too. Sometimes for all the terrifying and gross looking creature design there is, sometimes it's really funny seeing a weird little guy karate kick another short little weird guy.
Yeah, and those three guys, the three little side characters that eventually got buff and kicked the shit out of at the end or whatever, those guys were just absolutely so fun. Hilarious. Their little slapstick shit. They're just little goofballs the entire time. I could watch a whole nother one of just those guys, you know what I mean?
I think it's supposed to be planned as a trilogy. That's what I read on Wikipedia. Like, it's supposed to be like a trilogy of movies, but so far it's the only one. But I imagine this sort of thing was expensive to make and took a long time to make.
Yeah. It did remind me a lot of Mad God, and I read something about how these weren't influenced by each other. They both were working on them privately at the same time. I don't know if you saw Mad God or not.
I haven't yet, but I really want to.
Did I just freeze? My camera just did something a little silly. But Mad God's fine. I mean, honestly, it was cool, but it wasn't as fun or funny like Junkhead was. So, Junkhead, yeah.
Junkhead, the follow-up to Junkhead, Junk World, is on Letterboxd, and the poster seems to have a 2025 release date. So we'll have to keep our eye on that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'll watch it for sure.
It's got weird little dog people surrounding our main little guy. Very strange. But I mean, the movie's pretty fucking strange anyway, so.
Yeah, I'd watch it again. I'd like to dissect it a little bit more. It was kind of fun now that I kind of know what it's about.
Yeah, maybe we will actually commit to like dedicated like weirdo recommended episodes, like because like I know like friend of the show Vince still wants us to talk about The Fly 2, and I still haven't watched it yet. So
that's right.
That could be one. Junkhead could be another one, and then
Fly 2 wasn't so bad.
That's what I've been hearing from you two.
It wasn't so bad. I mean, it's real. God, I don't know if you'd want to watch it anytime around Christmas. It's a real, like, you got to be in the fucking spooky season. And I don't know.
Oh, I'll watch it on Valentine's Day, specifically.
There you go. Yeah, perfect. We'll do an episode, Valentine's Day episode of just disgusting movies that are somehow connected back to The Fly or Gore Verbinski, even better, just specifically. We'll figure out some kind of pie chart.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot what we were saying, to be honest with you, if we were on a train of topic or not, but
talking a little bit about Junkhead.
Junkhead, that's right. But yeah, we enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. We didn't fall asleep. I drank a THC seltzer in honor, if you guys remember the last episode where we talked about that. It got me going. It got me going. It was disgusting tasting. I hate seltzers in general.
I don't know
why I do that to myself. It's just like, oh, this good. This tastes a little bit better, maybe. But neither here nor there about it, you know.
Yeah.
Should we dive into what I really want to talk about?
I think we can dive into what we really want to talk about. So listeners at home, listeners and Weirdo Watchers, this episode's topic of conversation was Ogroff, the French shot-on-video slasher, which is on YouTube if you still haven't watched it, but we're going to talk about it pretty spoilery and in detail because there's quite a lot more to talk about with this one than I thought there would be.
For the first half of the movie. Yeah.
After watching Boarding House and there's this other shot on video movie I watched, Bloodbeat. After watching those two, I was like thinking like these movies are just never gonna fucking hit, these shot on video horror movies from 1983/4, but this one I think fucking hit. This one was nuts.
Fucking nuts indeed. For the first, it had to be more than half of the movie. I figured this is bad. You know what I mean? Yeah. And you can argue that it is, but like when it's consistently that bad and it's doing what it's doing consistently, it's methodic like that, at least a little bit. Like there is something behind that, and it did kind of sink into me at towards the end. And it spoilers obviously. Watch it if you haven't, whatever. But once zombies started happening, you're like, oh, okay, well, like this is. I I don't know. It started to not make sense, but just like be something that felt more real as like, oh, this was purposeful. This wasn't just shitty this whole time.
Yeah, this is like somewhat planned out.
Yeah.
And yeah, and one thing I do want to say, right? We'll start from the beginning, and then because like even after the introduction of zombies at the last 30 minutes, there is still something even more insane that happens to end the movie. But I'll put it over in the back there.
Okay, I'm gonna try to remember what it is.
Dude, all right, this might be better.
You might have to surprise me because
Yeah.
I'm so bad at remembering things as
So
right on my brain. Anyway,
the movie is about a woodsman, a lumberjack named Ogroff. He's got a very nice sweater on, a beanie, and what looks like a volleyball that he cut up into a mask. I think it's a pretty fucking sweet look. The dude's dripped out. You know, he looks insane, I think.
yeah, honestly, I like the mask design too.
It really, and again, like the sweater and the pants and the beanie really help sell it too, I think. The dude is styling.
It could have been one of the iconic ones, honestly.
Yeah.
If it was a popular movie,
Yeah,
somehow.
it's a good look. But
Totally
he's doing his thing, going around killing anyone who enters his woods. And like other shenanigans certainly continue to ensue, but I think what really strikes me the most is just how insane the filmmaking is. Because at one point, he's chasing this woman through the woods, and you can tell when it's just the two of them in there, the two of them filming in the woods, because there'll be a shot, like a tracking shot of the woman running through the woods, and you don't see anyone behind her chasing. It'll cut to Ogroff running through the woods chasing after, but you don't see the woman. But when both of them are in frame, the camera is standing still. It's just propped up, no one's holding it, and it's just motionless as they run past it or towards it. Yeah. That is something I picked up immediately. And sometimes it cuts to a POV shot of the killer, and all I could imagine is him running down the road with his camcorder and just holding his axe in front of him, running down the road. It was kind of fucking insane to watch.
It's funny.
And just the way things happen, because at one point another group of campers enter the picture, and you see a man enter carrying an axe. Music's building up. And it's just a regular guy. Presumably, I thought that was Ogroff without his mask. Probably was. Right. I'm still not sure. Because he's just like, can I borrow a cigarette? He takes a cigarette, lights it, and leaves. And then Ogroff himself, the actual killer, jumps into frame from above and starts killing. And I was just so thrown off by that. Because I didn't know if Ogroff was just waiting for that old guy to leave, if that old guy was Ogroff, or maybe I'm overthinking it. Because it was quite the insane jump to murder in.
Yeah, a lot of this sequential stuff, the way things flowed, really confused me throughout like a good portion of this movie, to be honest with you. Like, because he would like capture somebody and then go do a bunch of other shit and then like
go back to the person just
come back up to the other person. Yeah, oh yeah, they're still there. I'm like, okay, wait, we are still in the same. And I'm just like, who's who? A lot of it confused me. And then, like I said, for the first good chunk of this movie, I was just like, this is just bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
there's one scene.
It didn't make sense.
There's, like after he's done killing all like the new arrivals, after jumping in on them. He's like beating the shit out of a car, and there's supposed to be a woman in there screaming, but like you just cut to her screaming in the car, ah! And then cut to Ogroff chopping at the car with his axe, and there's no one in the car.
Oh,
and then
forever.
and then this is the most insane fucking thing in the movie. And at this point, he has to like push the car into a lake, and you see him pushing it. And then for a quick cut, you just see like a fucking Hot Wheel car get dropped into a puddle. And I rewatched that part like 5 or 6 times because it was so fucking funny.
Oh my god.
You just see like the Hot Wheel just plop in, just super low fucking effort. It was insane.
The some of the effects kind of cool. The blood, like on the glass or whatever, like in front of the lens. Do you remember that stuff happening?
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. Kind of cool. Kind of like obviously low budget, but like some of it worked pretty fucking well.
Yeah. And Jesus Christ. Sorry, my dog fucking decided to jump up. Well, it's a big yawn.
Oh.
Yeah, so she's saying hi.
Oh.
She's getting put into the thumbnail for sure.
Hell yeah. That'll get the clicks.
Yeah. But anyway, some of the gore effects for, French 1983 low budget were pretty neat because I do like seeing a bunch of Halloween props sometimes in a movie.
Yeah.
Like sometimes it's kind of inexcusable in like a Hollywood production. That's a fucking rubber hand right there. But when there's like 8 rubber hands and they're all being fiddled with, I think that's funny. Like that I think is more okay.
The decoration of Ogroff's house.
Yeah, his like little cabin. He's got his nudie mags on the wall because he's also kind of horny.
Oh my god!
He ends up fucking sleeping with one of his victims, which is also insane. Like I don't know how he let that happen.
Yeah,
that was
her
wild.
deal.
Yeah, she just is like, I'm gonna, maybe I don't even know what the fuck to say about that because it just happened.
I read like I think it was a Letterboxd review that was like a fairly good synopsis, but basically a joke. It was you can find it yourself and find it and read it, but it basically, do you ever capture a woman and then list all the things Ogroff did between the time where you captured the woman and then eventually goes back to her tied up, and like it's basically recounting everything that happens in the movie, and I'm like, okay, yeah, seeing it laid out like this, I guess there's a lot of shit that happened that just didn't seem like like the girl sleeping with him to gain his trust, to something like that. I don't even remember what it was. But yeah, things didn't seem to make sense with that one.
Didn't make sense. I mean, to the movie's
jerking off your axe, that makes sense.
That was insane. I forgot he did that. He's jerking off his axe.
Oh, I can't forget that. That's the only scene I remember. Haunted, burned in my brain. No shit. Yeah, he did that for a good like 2 minutes. This movie did not hold back on the long shots, did it?
I'll give the movie credit, right? Because another film club watch was Bloodbeat, a movie that is also in the watch list. Another 1983 shot on video horror movie. It was filmed in Wisconsin, and allegedly, I was told that the movie is called Bloodbeat based on the fact that the director was constantly snorting cocaine while making the movie. And I'll tell you fucking what, the movie does not fucking feel like the director was on cocaine while making that movie. It was not good, no. But
damn.
If we spin it, I'll make myself watch it again.
Okay.
But Ogroff here felt like the director was on crack making the movie, especially as, we introduced the fact that he's got ghouls in his basement. He's got zombies in his fucking basement. Which, to his credit, he sets up throughout the movie. We always see him throwing something into his cellar door. So you're thinking something's alive down there. You just don't expect it to be a lot of zombies. There's not like 1 or 2 or 3 of them. There's like 20 of them all crawling out of there like a fucking clown car. And it becomes the main movie's problem. And this is like the last 30 minutes. There's 30 minutes left. And we've got zombies running amok.
There were some good shots of the zombies, too.
It's actually kind of insane. Because, like, with how shitty, like, camcorder visuals can get.
Yeah.
The way some of them are backlit with just because, like, the shot's just overblown with, like, natural light. The way the zombies just happen to be backlit does look kind of fucking insane because it looks like they're just coming out of nowhere. That
I
was
know, yeah.
awesome. That was good.
Yeah, like, especially after just watching two people who are very obviously filming each other
Yeah, yeah.
uh, for an hour, and then suddenly you have more than three bodies on the screen at once. You're like, oh, finally, there's fucking visuals to look at, maybe.
We've got a lot more people in this movie than I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Oh man. And yeah, I was very surprised by the Letterboxd reviews of it. To be honest with you, okay, so like, I didn't like it. I mean, I can appreciate a lot about it, and I can like point out all these good things, but man, I hated it. I had a bad time. I wish I could like it, and a lot of the things people are saying on Letterboxd were oh, I get that, and like a lot of things you're saying right now, I get that, and whatever. But man, not for me.
You
Not
know,
for me.
again, like a lot of these like shot on video horror movies I've found myself watching the past few months really have been hit or miss.
Yeah.
Bloodbeat, Boarding House, both terrible misses. There is one that I do like a lot that maybe we could also add to the Weirdo recommended specials
Yeah.
if we actually do those. Bloody Muscle Bodybuilder in Hell, aka the Japanese Evil Dead.
Sick.
That
Okay.
that's a good one I like a lot
That sounds awesome.
because it's also an hour long.
Oh, it's even better.
Even better.
Oh yeah.
That's a good one. And Ogroff, I honestly didn't even know what the fuck to think upon the movie ending. Because one thing I didn't mention yet, after all, we're dealing with all these zombies. Ogroff is running around trying to, I guess, become the hero of the movie, killing all the zombies that got let loose.
Yeah.
And the final girl, I don't know if she's the one that slept with Ogroff or if this is a different woman. She escapes, finds somebody driving down the road. It's a priest, and she's telling him like, "You gotta get out of here. The undead, they're walking among us. It's the undead. Oh my god!" And the priest says like, "There are no ghouls of the night. You have nothing to worry about." And then he stops his car, and he kills her because he is a fucking vampire. So he bites her neck, drinks her blood, and then it cuts to him with his vampire fangs. And that's the end of the movie. That's the last shot of the movie. Is the reveal that the good citizen, the do-good priest, is a vampire. And now we've got vampires.
Don't you hate when that happens?
Insane.
God damn. I do remember that. I feel like it's so absurd that like the memory feels fake.
Because it's just
Like,
it's so out of left field. It's so out of nowhere.
yeah, that's so
You're
funny.
watching a deranged lumberjack in his woods chopping up people, tying people up, leaving them alone to go chop other people up, terrorizing a family. I was watching this on my phone. I had like an earbud in, and I was just watching this on my phone while my fiance was just sitting next to me, doing her own thing. And the one time she looked over was when Ogroff was like sawing a child in half with his axe
That's
at
right.
the beginning of the movie, and she was just like, "What the fuck? What are you watching?"
That's
And
right.
I just was like, I don't even know what I'm watching right now, and this is only the start.
Holy shit. I
Because like
forgot.
this movie,
Child murder. That's awesome.
yeah, this movie jumps from so many like, you don't know where the movie's gonna go. You're watching.
Sometimes you don't think it's gonna go anywhere.
You're watching him jerk himself off
For a
with his
while.
axe after
He beat up that car for a long
He
time.
really went to town on that car.
He really hated that car.
It was nuts. He did no damage to it because he didn't want to ruin the one axe he had.
This is jerking off act, bro.
Yeah, he needs it.
Yeah.
But it's
Oh.
honestly become a movie I think I need to show people. Like it
You
might.
think Austin will love it?
I don't think he will. He might hate it.
Let's make him watch it.
I'm gonna make him watch it. No, yeah, not till like next Halloween. You know,
Yeah.
it's not gonna be. It's not immediately on my show my friends list because I'm still trying to process what the fuck happened. Is it actually good or not?
Maybe when you're in that right mood, got to put it on. One thing we didn't say or mention, and really the reason it works, I think, super well, is the music.
Oh yeah, it's
if you can call it that, the sound, like the shitty like overdubbed everything, but then just like droning noise,
yeah,
like very hypnotic, very purposeful feeling towards the end, which it did not feel purposeful throughout most of it until it started to click, and I'm like, okay, I'm like being hypnotized into watching something. I don't know what's happening in my brain, but I kind of like that. I like that aspect. I like that vibe.
Yeah. And another thing too, I didn't expect. Right, I knew that I knew going in it was a French movie. Right, shot in France, spoken in French. For the most part, it's a silent movie. There's not a lot of dialogue happening.
Right.
There's some in the beginning, and some when characters need to say something to each other, and then at the very end, and nothing really in between. For most of the movie, there is no dialogue. It is just Ogroff like grunting his way through the woods and women screaming.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is. It's very nightmarish, but in a weird way.
Yeah.
In a way that really uses the excess of like how long and drawn out the things are. If like you don't let that shit just bore you to death a little bit, like maybe it doesn't really sink in as well because of you really got to let the vibrations of the droning and the repetitiveness kind of fucking lull you into the movie a little bit more just to get into that weird dreamlike state, I think. Very odd.
Yeah.
Very odd. I watched it on my phone, which is also not helpful. I don't know if you did or not, but I feel like
I did too, but I was like right up next to it. I was like
sometimes it
down. I think you can watch certain movies on your phone. Like I'm not watching The Abyss on my phone or like Avatar.
Yeah.
Avatar 2 maybe since I've seen it so many times. But Ogroff or like Kung Fu Panda 2, I can watch those on my phone no problem.
Truly.
Watch Megamind on my phone or A Serious Man.
I'm gonna get the 4K restoration of Ogroff.
God, that'd be insane. Is there a Blu-ray of this? I feel like somebody would have.
Oh, what's that one company that does like
Shout Factory maybe or
something like that? Yeah, something. You seen Hobo with a Shotgun?
I have not.
That's a movie I have. That's I think a Shout Factory release. Just watched it recently. Pretty dang good.
It looks like it does have a DVD release from Artist Films, but yeah,
Go ahead and pass on that one.
Yeah, DVD only. From the looks of it, 63 euros used and new. If you can get it new for 116 euro. I'm not gonna do the conversion on that because I'm lazy.
I don't want it anyway. It'd be free.
I
don't want it.
DVD Beaver has it, I guess. This is not a real website. This is one of them fake websites. Oh my god.
Sponsored.
It looks like one of those like conspiracy websites, that like somebody made all the fucking text is bright red.
And they're selling Ogroff on DVD.
And they're selling Ogroff on DVD allegedly.
I'll trust it. Give me my credit card info.
Oh, here we go. Videonomicon has Blu-ray and DVD Ogroff, but it is sold out. That's like the third option down. Yeah, it looks like it's a DVD.
People on Letterboxd seem to love it.
It's a hit somewhere, some places. Some of my favorite reviews. This one from Fran Kerstigen. The review is just the word miracle. The second review I liked Ogroff up until I realized he gets to have sex with hot French girls. Then I was like, fuck Ogroff. The third one, I'm going Ogroff mode, which I think we can all relate to, you know. And then the fourth and final review, which was from pretty recently, the day, I think around the same time I watched it, put him in Fortnite 2. So, Fortnite fans expect to see Ogroff, the Mad Mutilator, in Fortnite. That'd be crazy.
Hell yeah. That'd be so funny. Would make any sense. People would just have to go to that YouTube link to watch it.
That'd be nuts. It'd be awesome, I think. I'd buy the skin.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I'd be one of two people who would buy
it. Should we get that wheel spun?
Actually, we don't have much of a wheel. Because friend of the show, Vince,
that's right,
has sent me Christmas presents, and we're deeming them podcast presents because he wants them opened on the podcast, and also wants us to talk about the movies too. He said that they are in the Weirdo Watchlist. So, okay, yeah, this side of the package does not have my address on it. So, got one here, and then one here. That's okay. Yeah, also the correct side to show. All right, so just go. You can't see what I'm looking at, but we'll get these opened up.
You're gonna have to explain it to me when it's open. Maybe read the title.
First.
Nah. Explain it. It'd be way more fun.
First movie we have is The Day of the Locust, starring
The Day of the Locust.
Yeah, starring Donald Sutherland, Karen Black, Burgess Meredith, and William Atherton. I was gonna look these up on Letterboxd, but I have them in front of me, so I don't have to actually look into what these are about. That is number one. This is a Blu-ray. Oh, it's from Arrow Video Release too. Yeah, Blu-ray.
All right.
An hour and no, that's not an hour. 144 minutes. Well, that's a long.
Whoa,
movie.
Wait. How many is that? How many minutes? Wait a minute.
It's 2 hours and 24 minutes.
What's it called?
The Day of the Locust.
Okay, what is it? Does it look like a Sharknado vibe?
No, it looks like a bunch of snooty people in a hotel. Painter Todd Hackett, working in the art department of a movie studio during the 1930s golden age of Hollywood, falls in unrequited love with an aspiring starlet, Faye Greener. He competes for her affections against other men, a pair of cowboys, and a forlorn accountant. As Faye's career fails to take her beyond the roles of it as an extra, her life becomes increasingly desperate, and her relationships with men take a darker turn, reaching fever pitch at a red carpet movie premiere that explodes into barbaric chaos.
Fuck yeah, that sounds sick.
All right, I was not hooked until that last part, so we'll see what that happens. Perhaps vibes along the lines of fucking Climax or Exterminating Angel.
Yeah. Is that what year was it? Does it
say? 1974.
Okay.
And the next movie we have is, God damn it, it's fucking Fritz the Cat.
Oh, okay. I know of that. I've never seen it.
1972, 78 minutes, so an easier viewing. It's a Ralph Baskey's cartoon porno movie. I think is the quick way to describe it, but
hell yeah.
Made his film debut with this audacious foray into adult content animation, creating one of the most successful animated features of its time, based on a legendary character created by underground comic book artist / writer R. Crumb. Fritz the Cat is a brilliant commentary on the 60s life and a snarling satire that stubbornly refuses to curl up in anyone's lap. Quoted from Playboy. It's the age of awakening. Yeah, it's the age of awakening. Embarking on a fantastic. It's the age of awakening, and Fritz, one-way cool cat and NYU student, loves to embrace every experimental experience that crosses his path. Embarking on a fantastic journey of self-discovery, he indulges in everything from multiple bedroom follies to a wild ride through a dangerous Harlem. But when Fritz joins a group of radically aggressive hippies, he finds himself holding the dynamite that will detonate the ultimate 60s statement, one that could cost him his life.
That's pretty serious.
Yeah, sounds kind of nuts. I think Vince has actually seen this movie because I remember he stated that he had to watch it on Pornhub. That was the only way he could watch the movie was through Pornhub.
That's where I'll be looking.
Yeah. So thank you very much, Vince. I think we'll talk about these over. Do you want to do these over the next single episode or just next 2 episodes?
No, yeah, let's do it over one.
Double feature it.
Yeah.
All
A
right.
little holiday extravaganza.
So if it takes us longer to get this episode out too, we have an excuse since we have to watch 2 movies.
Yeah, you guys, I'm burnt the fuck out on school. I have a huge ass test tomorrow.
So yeah, I think we'll try to stick with the bi-weekly schedule, but if we're like a week late, it's because we suck at trying to get a recording in, and
Those are porno cat
Sam
movies.
is very tired. Let's see. We can check where these movies are like readily available. Otherwise, I mean, you've got like a working Blu-ray player, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. So then, if need be, if one of these is not available, I guess I can make the journey up north of the city one night.
Hell yeah. We can watch it together.
But Day of the Locust is, I guess you can stream it on Hoopla? What the fuck is Hoopla?
Oh, is that... I think it might be a library.
Yeah. All free with your library card. So, I don't have a library card. I know I think I have one with my local library, but it might be expired since I signed up in 2nd grade.
Probably.
Other than that, it is $4 to rent on the major services.
Okay.
And Fritz the Cat is not streaming anywhere, so let me open up an incognito tab real quick.
My man.
I gotta make sure I don't click onto the fucking web browser button that shows the fucking, the wheel. Because that'll just show there's something that I will not be able to upload. Fritz the Cat. You're not gonna believe this? I don't see it. Most recently,
Probably took it down.
Much.
Damn, okay, maybe we shouldn't watch the porn cat movie together. Maybe that's not the one that we
I'll have to
hang out as buddies and
Fritz the Cat,
curl up and
all
watch.
sex scenes, but I'm getting none of it. I'm getting a bunch of other stuff here. Fritz the Cat movie? That's leading me nowhere. Maybe if I just do a normal Google search for the movie and not through illicit. Watch, it's just on YouTube. Internet Archive? Oh, okay, Internet Archive has it.
Great. It's on there forever.
If you just Google Fritz the Cat full movie, Internet Archive is the website.
All right, deal.
So viewer discretion is advised with one of these movies for sure. I'll let you figure out which one that is.
If there's any listeners underneath a certain age, just don't skip a time.
Yeah.
Go ride your bike or something.
It doesn't have unrated right here, so footage that is inappropriate for children under the age of 18. So yeah. Viewer discretion advised on that one, but we'll talk about that next episode.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, expect that in hopefully it'll be on time, but that it will be determined at a different time.
TBD.
Is there anything else?
Oh,
Any other closing thoughts on perhaps the movies we'll be watching or anything else you've got on your
it's a
mind?
weirdo one. I don't know if it's that weirdo, but let's. Have you seen Wonka yet?
Haven't seen Wonka yet. No.
Well, maybe we go see that one and we talk about it because that could get pretty weird.
Could get pretty weird. Aquaman 2 comes out. That's gonna be weird.
Weird,
I'm
weird.
excited for that one. That one looks epic.
There's a couple good movies coming out. The Color Purple is coming out.
Don't know how weird that one's gonna be.
Um,
That looks like an Oscar drama musical.
yeah. Um, and what was the other one? Poor Things. Super excited.
Yeah,
That's gonna
no,
be a weird
that's
one.
a weirdo movie. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yes, sir. That's the movies we should watch for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll try to get Poor Things in, and we'll try to do. Maybe we'll do Wonka and Aquaman too, but Poor Things, I think.
Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, I think Poor Things might be my priority at least, as well
For sure.
as these other two.
Same. Same.
Same. All right.
Hmm.
I've got nothing else to close on.
All right.
So we've got Fritz the Cat and The Day of the Locust to watch for next
Hell yeah.
episode. Audience at home, watch those if you will too. Because we'll be talking about those movies pretty in depth, I am sure. Oh, Ogroff final ratings. We didn't even do that.
Oh yeah, we didn't do that.
Does it
Finish it up.
belong?
Logo.
Does it belong on the Weirdo Watch List?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. The movie throws zombies at you in the last 30 minutes and then a vampire in the last 30 seconds. That's insane.
Yeah.
And he jerks himself off with his axe.
Yeah.
Insane. That's crazy.
I give it a 1 out of 5.
I give it a 3 out of 5. Comfortable 3, because personally, I don't know what I'm actually supposed to rate it. I enjoyed it, but it's a lot of bad thing. Excuse me. There's a lot of bad in it, but it was. I thought it was fun. I enjoyed it.
I mean, Letterboxd people seem to really actually connect with it somehow. I mean, the people that have seen it
Yeah.
are logging it for a reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not gonna be for everyone. That's for sure.
All right. If that is the end of the
All right.
podcast, that will be
Bye.
the end of the podcast. Yeah. Thanks for watching, everybody. Next episode coming soon. All right. Take care, everybody.